My name is Justin, and this is Ryan, and he's my right-hand man, and my sidekick. And we're in a band together. Not that kind of band! The kind of band that has performed thousands of shows all over the world, including 3,000 shows on the Las Vegas Strip. Not that kind of Vegas, this kind of Vegas. Now we turn our attention to doing good in the world, spreading our love, and inspiring others. So, welcome to our world of chaos
and kindness.
You were late.
Sorry.
On this week's episode of Chaos and Kindness, we head to Batesville, Arkansas, the home of NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
It's a whole lot easier to be fast when you cut part of the run out.
And then we surprise dozens of troops at the New Hampshire National Guard as they get ready to deploy to go overseas. So ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Welcome to the beautiful town of Batesville, Arkansas, located just 65 miles northeast of Little Rock. A town with 20,000 people and one legendary NASCAR driver and Hall of Famer, Mark Martin. Now, Mark has been a longtime friend of mine. In fact, he was my idol growing up. So anytime I get an opportunity to spend time with Mark, especially at his house, it's a privilege. We're in Batesville, Arkansas with my good friend, NASCAR Hall of Famer, Mr. Mark Martin, and today, he's going to show us this new beautiful gem he has here, a 2019 Ford GT, 650 ponies in that thing, and he's actually going to take this thing outside and get a speck of dirt on it. This is a big moment.
It is a big moment. It hasn't had a speck of dirt on it yet.
Let's do it. She's locked, she's loaded. One of the greatest drivers of all time. Here we go. Growing up, I was a huge fan of Mark Martin and NASCAR, so spending the day with him today in his hometown of Batesville, we get the opportunity to visit the museum, which has all the artifacts, all the trophies, and all the things that made him a NASCAR Hall of Famer. Let's go inside and check it out.
All the cars that are in here are significant, and they're real. They're not replicas or anything else. This is my first win. This is the car, the chassis, that I won my first NASCAR Cup race with in 2009.
It was not 2009.
89.
89, okay.
89. I had one number.
When you won in 2009, it probably felt like the first time because it's been so long.
You were there. You were there, I'm sure, in 09.
Yeah.
Legendary Winn-Dixie car. When we won in that car all the time. And
is every one of these a different win?
Yes. We have a picture of this car sitting on this trailer in 1975, and in 2015 I got the trailer and restored it, and there it sits 40 years
You were
later.
at my house in Vegas when the guy called you about the trailer. I remember you at my house, you're like, dude, the guy that...
Couldn't believe it.
You're so stoked. Safety's come a long way since then.
Fiberglass seat. Lucky I survived it. This is JR44. This is a 2002 Coca-Cola 600, and we also made a fan $1 million that day as well, which was really, really special.
Have you ever heard from that fan since then?
Yeah, every once in a while. The Coca-Cola that was sprayed all over everybody. See Matt's shirt, see Arlene's shirt. This is a pretty big celebration. You can see how much beating and banging we were doing. I won't let them clean this car. It's been dusted, but I wanted all the rubber and all the marks on it. That sealed up the 5th championship for me. It's the only thing that I outdid Dale Earnhardt in.
And it's important to know it's the only series you ever did where all the cars were equal. Getting a personal tour of your hero, your idol's achievements, walking around the museum, seeing all the things that he's accomplished was mind-blowing. But what was even more amazing is how humble Mark is as a human being. He might be a fierce competitor on the track, but off the track, he has a heart of gold.
So, we're in here trying to figure out how many bulbs are burned out in the trophy cases. And we're looking at all of them, and I look over here and I see this trophy right here. Oh, yeah, I won IROC race at Indy, yeah. And then my eyes slide over here, and I see another one. And I think, oh, what? And then I see another one over there, and I'm like, Let me look at the years. 98, 99, 2000. I won the IROC race 3 years in a row at Indy at a place you're not supposed to be able to pass at. I didn't even remember doing that. Because as soon as you win that race, you're just like, well, that's over with. I got to, figure out how I'm going to win the Brickyard 400, Yeah. And so I really didn't remember. Honest to goodness, when I saw it, I thought, what is that? Duplicates? What's the deal?
That's great.
Really blessed to have the opportunity to do all this. I worked really hard at it to try to be the best that I could possibly be. I didn't let it just happen. I really, I always tried to make sure that there was no one in the garage that had studied harder, that knew more about their car or about the track or about the tires. The things that made the car go faster, I was always really interested in. Because I learned at an early age that I could beat the heroes if I made my car better than, if I made my car good enough, I would win. Even against, the legends of the sport. There's nothing like winning. There is no feeling like winning. Growing up, I was not really especially good at anything, And I found something and was able to focus on it.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people spend their whole life looking for that. You found it pretty young.
Yeah, I did. I was very lucky.
Well, it worked out really nice for you.
Yeah, it did.
I could feel how important each and every one of those trophies, all those stories, how much they meant to Mark. You could feel it in his voice, you could see it in his eyes. And it's amazing to think, at one point in time, he was the greatest. He was one of the best drivers in the entire world. And Mark, you are an amazing human being. But I have one question. Can you drive a lawnmower? Coming up after the break. I'm building a course here to see who is the fastest lawnmower racer.
You cheated. Didn't make a full loop around the peak one.
So we're here in Batesville, Arkansas with the founder of Spartan Mowers.
Machine here, you can mow at 14, 15 mile an hour.
And our good friend Mark Martin.
This guy's always got the rules all messed up.
And today, these gentlemen are gonna show us how to make the most amazing lawnmowers kick butt. Check it out. Now these aren't just like any mower. These lawnmowers, which are made right here in Batesville, Arkansas, are extremely powerful. They have this insane fast braking system. They turn on a dime. And if you're not careful, you can flip the damn thing. Can you say damn? If it's like a dam, like a Hoover Dam? If you're not careful, you can flip the Hoover Dam thing. It looks like it's in fastball. Yeah. Your turn. Woo!
These things look fun, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So I should probably take some tips from the master himself.
And see, if you want to turn, then you just do like this right here.
Yep.
Okay, now stop real quick. You gotta remember stop.
I got a handle on this, I think.
Okay, unlike Ryan, I have a little bit more experience driving wheeled vehicles than him.
Just do this right here. See?
How fast can I turn?
No.
Yeah, okay. Will it flip?
Well, if you make it flip, yeah.
So I think we're ready, but it was time to make this thing just a little bit more interesting. I'm building a course here in the parking lot to see who is the fastest lawnmower racer, Ryan, myself, or NASCAR Hall of Famer, Mark Martin. Worst case scenario, you get third place. Worst case scenario, you get third place.
Do I get a trophy for that?
Here's the rules, come on. 2 laps. Here's the start line. You go down and you have to go around the white, okay? Then you go to the pink one, you do another loop on the stopwatch.
Okay.
First up is Ryan.
I think it's safe to say that I'm the worst of everybody, so it makes sense that I'm going first. You know, to work out the kinks.
There's like the kill everything switch.
There isn't.
I'm just hoping I can beat Mark Martin so I can be in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. That's how it works, right?
Here we go.
On your mark.
On my mark.
Get set. Go. Go.
there goes my Hall of Fame title.
That may have been the most ungraceful lap I have ever seen.
See his face?
It was bad.
5 seconds? I'm not sure if Ryan thought this was Mario Kart and you get points for hitting things. Zach, 1 minute and 1 second.
You were about to get over backwards there.
How'd you start it? I don't have a checkered tattoo on my wrist for nothing. Checkers or wreckers, it's time to show these boys how it's done.
On your mark, Martin. Get set in. Go!
While I was doing my best Ryan impersonation, hitting everything in sight, I was still faster at it. New champ! 49 seconds, baby!
You didn't make enough circles, man.
What?
Yeah, you just went around that one. You didn't go a full circle around the pink one. It's a whole lot easier to be fast when you cut part of the run out.
Mark may be retired from NASCAR, but he hasn't lost the touch of talking smack. He was on me the entire time. Let's see what you got, old man. Coming up after the break.
You cheated.
Think you can handle it?
How do you start? So we're here in Batesville, Arkansas to see who is the fastest lawnmower racer, Ryan, myself, or NASCAR Hall of Famer, Mark Martin.
You didn't make enough circles, man.
What?
Yeah, you just went around that one. You didn't go a full circle around the pink one.
Mark may be retired from NASCAR, but he hasn't lost the touch of talking smack. He was on me the entire time. Let's see what you got, old man. Keep in mind, Mark has finished second place 4 times in the NASCAR standings. He's also won 94 races, 94 in the senior circuits. This guy is a bona fide racer. You nervous?
No, not really, because I don't really care if I lose.
Oh yeah, you do. Mark trying to convince me that he doesn't care if he loses. Bull. Yes, he does. You don't become a NASCAR Hall of Famer unless you're competitive.
Here we go!
Ready, set, go!
Ready, set, coach.
For a guy who's not really that excited or care about winning, he sure did leave the gun a little bit early. I want everyone to remember, Mark Martin not only is a bona fide racer, he won IROC championship after IROC championship, meaning the greatest drivers in the world all came together, from Dale Earnhardt to Al Unser, and Mark has the record over all of them. Sorry, Mark, I still love you. He beat me by 2 seconds. You beat me by 2 seconds.
And I did it right, too.
2 seconds.
I did it right, too. I
And
more loops than
it's the weight. You weigh less. You weigh less.
you cheated.
Oh!
He didn't make a full loop around the pink one. He just went around it. He didn't go all the way around.
Extra laps.
I did extra.
Yeah, he did.
I did extra.
I don't know. I don't tell you. I just know that at the end of the day, whether it be in a race car or a lawnmower, Mark Martin is faster than guys in a rock band. But we have better style.
No doubt about that.
Our next stop brings us back to New Hampshire, our home state, for something very special, a military send-off to the New Hampshire National Guard. Dozens of troops preparing for what's going to be an amazing summer where they can go inspire and protect this country. We should be clapping to you guys, and I feel like we missed out on the wardrobe memo, so I feel like we're we probably need some fatigues, but I oftentimes get asked, I visit schools all the time, and people say, they always ask, if you're not celebrities, and who's your biggest inspiration? And it's like, I always just say, it's people out there that are battling cancer. It's people out there that are working 9 to 5 to make ends meet. It's our military. It's our police officers. Those people inspire me so much more than the Tom Brady's of the world or actors and actresses. So I have a huge amount of respect and admiration. But it takes a lot of bravery because you just never know what tomorrow's going to be. And you guys, are right there to step up if it's called upon. And there's a lot of people, including myself, that I don't think we have the courage to do that. So huge amount of respect. You guys, I'm sure, know this, but I'll reaffirm it, that you guys are heroes to many. So that's why we're here today. Anyways, big round of applause. Thank you guys so much for There's not many things that leave me speechless. But when I find myself in company with the men and women who serve our country, I get extremely humbled by that. Here they are celebrating our visit, and I'm thinking, how worthy are we to even be in this situation where we can speak to these men and women and be in their presence? And while all that was happening, they then surprised us by saying, hey, how would you guys like to go ride in our vehicles? What do you want of these things? This is the thing, right? Because what's the towing weight on this thing? Is it tow? I'm a total gearhead. Anyone who knows us know that we love high-octane things. And when they gave us the opportunity to ride in one of their 2 armed vehicles, we couldn't pass it up. It's just a matter of which vehicle did you want? And I wanted the bulletproof Hummer.
These are obviously military vehicles. The inside of these cabs are not forgiving.
Hold on!
Watch your heads when you're inside of them. If you smack your head on either side, it will hurt. You guys aren't going to take you off-road. We're just going to take you out to the airfield. 15-minute drive. Woo!
I thought they were just taking us to the airfield. I didn't realize that they had other plans too.
Whichever one you guys want to hop in, crisscross, whatever you want to do.
So he starts telling us that he wants to take us in these vehicles and show us what they can do.
But their way of doing that was driving us through a massive snowbank.
Think you can handle it?
Buckle up, cowboy, it's gonna be a ride. We were told, even though these are armored vehicles and can go through anything, it doesn't mean the impact in the vehicle won't be so soft, and it wasn't. Somehow we hijacked the U.S. military vehicle. Honk it, he wants the horn, push the horn. This is a great motion. How do you stop? These machines are incredible. It just barreled through the snow, and I only got a 1/10 of a concussion. Concussion? Uh-oh.
The vehicle dug its wheels into the mud like a foot deep.
Earlier in the episode, you get a chance to see Mark Martin's Ford GT, and that inspired me to get my own sports car. And since the military brought us in their vehicle, now it's time to bring them for a ride in one of ours. An Audi R8 V10, 610 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, all-wheel drive, and I bought one.
Good Lord. That thing was crazy. That is nutty fast.
This car is nauseatingly fast. Like, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna throw up.
Coming up after the break. So Ryan and I came up with some things to make music on. I've always felt the greatest gift that Ryan and I can give anyone, it isn't a monetary thing, it's the gift of our talents and our heart, which is music. So Ryan and I dug around the facility, came up with some things to make music on. To this day, it absolutely blows my mind how close of a friend I am to Mark Martin. This is someone who I've looked up to and idolized my entire adult life. NASCAR has got me through a lot of tough times, and Mark Martin, without even knowing it, was the reason for that. And we get the opportunity to do some really cool things together. Mark, thank you for being an amazing person and opening your doors to us and the rest of the world. And now, to the men and women who serve our country. I'm always rendered speechless when I have to think about the sacrifices that you make for our country. Well, maybe not all of you are going to war. You'll be there if called upon. And for that, my respect and admiration is 100% in you. All military have my highest respect. I hope that everyone that's watching this understands the importance of those who protect our countries and our freedom. And it's important that we always thank them and show our respect in person. And remember, all of you, in a world full of chaos, it's important that all of us continue to show our kindness.